right there, because good gracious, man. I couldn't read through that mess. And no, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to screen paint products. He has no idea. No idea whatsoever. He's just basically just randomly just saying stuff out of his mouth for the sake of just saying it. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And this is the kind of stuff you got to be worried about most of all when it comes to buying screen paint products for your home theater setup. That the person at least knows what the freak they're talking about on camera, and clearly, judging just by reading through the website alone, you can clearly see that they do not know what they're talking about. I mean, there's just information all over the place, and not only that, um, just saying that even the projector couldn't even pull up at 2200 lumens when a how clearly an everyday shelf paint, a house paint, bare network gray 73 slip silver, any one of them can pick up in a dark environment at 1,000 lumens with no problem. You can't pick up on that. There's something wrong with your product. One of the screen paints required 3,000 lumens just to pull. That's because it was so dark. That's why it required 3,000 lumens to pull it. There's no test demonstration. Specification sheets are extremely, man, just weak on so many levels. The shipping policy is a complete clamp nightmare where basically if you order something, you're stuck with it. It's just freaking crazy. And then on top of it, like I said, the demonstrations that we had this product matching house paint. This is the demonstration that this fellow did, claiming that his product was not a house paint. And this is a video he did for himself to back his products. And then to find out that the very video that he did to back his products, he got rid of the video because the video was matching too well, way too well to the product. But this isn't the first time we've caught him doing this. We bare silver screen matching the network grade, not sorry, the bare silver screen was matching the personal mix. And then on the website, he's got 3 screen paints named the same color. There's no color category, no specifications, no class category, nothing. And then just repeating the exact same thing by saying that, oh, this works with this and this works with that. And he's just taking a stab at the dark and just hopefully someone will believe in that something would land. I'm just questioning the people at the end of the day that were pretty much can't really say we can't call you intelligent because if you read through that page, you were like, gee whiz Louise, there is no way in the world this guy knows what he's talking about. And he doesn't. He really should not be selling screen paint products at all, period, or anything whatsoever. And he needs to stick to what he knows. He does not know screen paints at all. And if anyone purchased that stuff and you read through that website, well, you should not be asking for a return because you know exactly what you were buying when you bought that stuff. You literally read through that circus ride of a website and you believe. Not, it's not just believing it, it's just the fact how he wrote it shows he doesn't know what he's talking about. Yeah, so this is the Cinemax right here. This is a product that he put against his own product to say that he doesn't match house paint, and clearly you can see it matches. So not only does he say his product is high quality and that you're getting the best and you're saving all this money, he's also telling you that you can do the shelf paint at Sherwin-Williams. So where's the quality at if it's matching a shelf paint? There is anything there at all, period. And this is what is held against him if he ever tries to expand or go any place out. He's stuck where he's at. He can't go anywhere with this mess. This stuff is a mess. There's nothing here, nothing to test his products at all. His products are not even tested correctly. He's up there telling you. So now, if you're a customer and you bought this stuff, not really too much they can say duped because you did read through the website before you made the purchase, correct? You did the research before you bought the product, correct? Then there's no excuse for basically saying that you got scammed. You read through everything properly. And if you read through that website properly, you would have clearly seen that he doesn't know anything about screen paint and doesn't know what he's talking about at all, period. He's just on camera just talking for the sake of just talking. He doesn't know anything at all, period. Reading through his website, and they were coming back with all these question marks and freaking think emojis. Like, what the freak is going on that page? Like, yeah, that's the same thing precisely. What is going on the page? He doesn't know what he's talking about at all, period. He has no idea what he's talking about at all, period. So you bought screen paint from somebody who doesn't know anything about screen paint at all. Literally. Wow. So, like I said, the first thing that came up in those conversations was who was buying this stuff, who's displaying this stuff, and did they properly read through the website? Because if you read through that website and you thought that everything in there made common sense, you may go slide under a rock somewhere. Because, yeah, wow. I'm pretty sure you went by the site and you read that the other day, like, what in the world did I just? Yeah, that's what you just read. Anyway, these are the videos right here that are missing off the accounts that we were able to keep on our account. This is products matching black and white paint. Yeah, a lot of his products match black and white paint. We're able to make them. This is the black and white paint challenge. Stuff he's unable to back up. Products matching network gray 773 and so forth. So when you go through, let me pause this for a minute on this one. When you go through a, let's go over here real quick. What was this right here? Yeah, let's go over here real quick. Let's go to the Black Series page right here. I'm gonna go over and hit the refresh on this one. Again, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's supposed to have so much information on that page. It is not even funny how much information is literally supposed to be on that page. So when we go over to, let's see, let's just grab any one of these. Let's go over to the Fusion Gamer right here. All right. So on the Fusion Gamer, as you can see, this is the information you're supposed to have in a specification sheet for your product. Actually, I've seen some professional screen paint products have, yeah, pretty much nothing in there. But this is what you're supposed to have. You see right here, this is our policy right here. The shipping policy also bid in there. So there's a lot of information you're supposed to have in a specification sheet. And when I see a specification sheet looking that weak with no information in it whatsoever, it tells me at the end of the day that the person does not know what they're talking about. Jamie, when you take the time, you go read through my website. Get yourself a large slice of pie. It's only a while. It's a lot of information there. This is what your page is supposed to look like. See all this information? This person at the end of the day, they know what they're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. I can clearly see at the end of the day between you and the philosopher, you guys don't know what you're doing. The philosopher can't even back up his own product stacking system. That is such a joke. That thing doesn't work at all, period. Please show me that works. I'm dying to see that one. That's why we had so many canceled orders on you guys, because we get your products over here for testing, which we don't care anymore now. But when we were trying to get over for testing, they kept canceling the orders. They were scared. But yeah, this is what a specification sheet looks like. You're supposed to have links. All this information is supposed to be in here. You're supposed to have, we have gaming demonstrations, name of the product, category, class, the gain of the screen, product category, advanced AD, which stands for what ADV stands for, which advanced. No ambient light controlled environments, which we don't require. You see our picture demonstrations we have up here, 4 picture demonstrations, not 3 or 4 pictures because they can't back up enough information in there. Types of products, viewing info, color, OLED light black technology, which gives a summary on that one, white level capabilities, another disclaimer in there, paint on application info, drying time information, cleanup information, proper storage for product information, screen size information, paint on surface application. Keep in mind when we do this right here, we have the videos actually showing us how much paint it takes to paint a screen. You see this right here? This entire section right here for paint on surface application is big in one of your shopping carts combined. Actually, probably 2 of them at that. I would say this section right here, this is what? This is the paint on section right here. So right here and here under basic info is literally bigger than 2 of your pages. Well, it only has 2 pages on there anyway. But anyway, not to be used outside. The specifications right there is another disclaimer. Screen paint product support. You're supposed to have all this screen paint enhancement, advancement, anything you name in that demonstration under your product. You have to have abbreviation of what it means and what it's about. And you have to break it down. You don't have that there. And the summary, you don't have none of that. You see how huge my freaking specification sheet? My specification sheet is bigger than your entire marketplace. One of these pages are bigger than your entire marketplace to combined. That's how I know you don't know anything about paint. You don't know anything about screen painting today, because you don't know enough information on your product to put a page out like this. Because again, you have to know your product in order to do this. In order to do this, your product has to be tested. Do you have a test area for your customers to see all products under testing? No, you do not, because none of your products are tested. The reason why we get to this point, people, is because this individual has a bad habit of coming into my channel, running his mouth, saying that we don't know what we're talking about. Buddy, I will embarrass you on YouTube badly. You don't understand what you don't know what you're dealing with. This is my test page. My test page is bigger than your entire website. Literally, it's bigger than this entire website. This is my test page. This shows every test demonstration on our product versus black paint, white level demonstrations, certified demonstrations, 1,000 demonstrations, ultra short though, venue projectors, outside, inside, you name it, we done it, fabric, so forth and 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 so forth. We can back it up. Where's your test page? You don't have one. You just have shop and home it. That's all you have. Where's yours at? If I go to my Crystal Edge page, let me see, where's my Crystal Edge page at? Boom, boom, boom. It's just on the Crystal Edge page. This page, here we go. This is my Crystal Edge page right here. Is this it? Or is this the, oh no, we're in the Black Series. Where's the Crystal page at? That's powered by God's technology. Where are you at? We got it right here. No, that's the other one. Gotta go on the Crystal Edge page. Pretty sure I thought I had it. Oh, here we got, here's the Crystal Edge page. This is my Crystal Edge page. You said your product works outside, right? I say it doesn't. I say you don't have enough demonstrations to say your product works outside. And the reason why these are our customer demonstrations. My customer demonstrations don't sit in a dark environment. Your customers do sit in the dark because, again, usually house paint will do that to you. House paint will have you sitting in the dark. These are our customers demonstrations outside. You don't have any customers demonstrate. We have seen some, but the screens were all washed out. This is my slideshow of my customers, over 1,000. These are more demonstration videos of our customers. Notice they're all in fully lit environments. They're not all sitting in a dark environment. There you go. There you go, right there. There's our demonstration on our gray technology right there. There's the history on our products, all well-lit environments. Jamie, you see that environment right there? See how well-lit that is? You have never had a screen perform in an environment like that. See how well-lit that environment looks? You don't know anything about that because your products don't work. They're house paint. House paint can't pull up in a fully lit environment. See that light pushing against my screen? Where's your demonstrations? You don't have any demonstrations like that because your products are just designed to be in the dark. Guess what else sits in the dark? House paint. Demonstrations on black versus our product. We have so many black on black demonstrations. It's not even funny. Where's your demonstrations on gray versus gray? Oh, you don't have any. I thought so. Outside demonstrations, the massive grid that we have on our Crystal Edge page that has over 70 video demonstrations on every level of outdoor demonstrations you could think of. If you guys start talking about, oh, I have an Optima GT 5500 and it works in a fully lit environment, I did it outside at 140 inches. Motorized projection screens, did it outside. Motorized projection screens outside, inflatable screens. We've done dual 150-inch screens out in the snow, screens at 126, screens at dual at 100 feet, 108 here. My slideshow is untouchable. I got demonstrations on here that go back for 4 or 5 years. And if you think that's crazy, I can go into my archives and I can drop in great technology that were before you ever existed on YouTube. I can drop in a grid that's over 2,000 videos long, easily, to overlap anything you have. See, I told you. Now we're done with the demonstrations. We don't have to do that anymore. We have so much demonstrations under our belt. I can just come in and just bring up categories, anything I want. And you guys have to struggle and try to catch up. Look at this. If I want to blow out your products, that's all I have to do. It's just choose this one picture right here and put a challenge on it for you. And you couldn't complete it. Just one picture. That's it. I don't bother going through all this to prove my products are the best. My products are the best. That one picture right there, I can give a challenge. Have it done by today. You can't do it because your products don't work. They're obsolete. They're old. That's the problem. You can't back your products up. Go back over here to my other page under Black Series. This is my test demonstration page. Where's your test demonstration page? You see my category page? You see how much information we have here? Our page is so massive. We had to actually load in more pages to describe the product because there's so much physical information on our technology. It's not even funny. And yet you can't even do a simple specification sheet that would cover the back of a freaking Tums container. This is sad. You see this Tums container right here? My Tums container? This literally has more information on the back of it than your specification page on your website. A Tums container. That clearly tells me you know nothing about products. You don't know anything. You don't know what you're selling at the end of the day. It's just short and sweet to just remind these individuals you know nothing at all. You have no experience. You have nothing. You do the same demonstrations that we're doing 10 years ago. Dark environment, really good projector, calibrating, blah, blah, blah. That's all you're doing. Smoke and mirrors. But literally, a Tums container has more information, detailed information, and correct information on the back of it than your website. For every last one of these videos we have on here, I have all picture slideshows backing every single one of them up. Oh my goodness, I hate to come on here and just be like this, but every once in a while we have to put these people in their place because they don't know any better. That's the problem. They don't know any better. They forget. I think what happens is he goes to sleep and his system's brain just erases everything. Just comes back and goes, oh, I got a fan idea. I'll just go on his page and tell people not to buy his stuff because he can't back his products. Yeah, sure. You said your product works at 2200 lumens. We got it at 1000 with demonstrations to back the product up. You, on the other hand, you're 22. These are my demonstrations at 1000. How is it possible that my technology, again, is supposed to come up that dark when we did it at 1000 lumens on an environment that was far lighter than your environment, on a projector that's far cheaper than yours, and at a distance that was farther than your projector, and we did it with the door open. That's why at the end of the day, Jamie, people will always buy from me, always. And this is why your product will always be questionable, and why you will never reach to this point. And the reason why is because you don't know what you're talking about. And people who support you, well, at the end of the day, they don't know screen paint products either. Because again, if a person is an idiot in nuclear physics, and you basically follow a person who's an idiot in nuclear physics, then you become the idiot who follows a person in nuclear physics. You see what I'm getting at here? So, no, you don't know what you're talking about at all, period. If you did, you would have tons of information on your site. And you don't. I can literally get more information off a back of a Tums than your website. This has more information than your entire on your page. Not saying your entire page, but say one of your pages for your shopping cart. This has more information on it. So I would say, people, before you go on that site and buy anything, make sure you do your research first and make sure that they can back the product up as they talk about it. First things first, gray screens do not pull 100% contrast levels. They can't even see contrast to begin with. So that's a big lie right there. So you know that from the door. Second, if he does have that capability, he should have no problem being able to produce a demonstration in a fully lit environment displaying a 100% contrast level next to some black paint. Easily. You should be able to do that, but no demonstrations on that yet, hey? Here we go. We have a demonstration of 1000 lumens white level demonstrations versus our product. White level demonstrations versus on 1000 lumens on doing color combinations. 1000 lumen projector versus 5000 lumens projectors. But you don't have any of these. I'm not going back on. All right. That's pretty much the end of it. Everything else we beating the dead horse to death. So bottom line, let me explain something to you. Fernando Gonzalez, whatever you want to call yourself, you don't know jack about screen paint at all, period. Just on camera, just running through your mouth for the sake of just running your mouth. And if you ever sit there and say, I know plenty, you don't. Your website speaks for itself, how much knowledge you have at the end of the day. That's the whole purpose of the website, is to take the knowledge that you have from your head, your experience, your know-how, and stick that onto a site so people can read and understand what you're saying and what you're talking about. You can't even back up your own products at the end of the day. So from what I read off your website, you don't know jack at all, period. And I've had professionals read through your site before and they were like, was he drunk when he wrote this? Apparently he might have been. So you don't know what you're talking about. Is it a shopping cart, Jamie? This is my shopping cart on my limited edition, which is sold out. But anyway, these are the shopping carts on the limited edition. This thing is chock full of videos, test demonstrations on the product. You don't even have this on your site because, again, your products are house paint. Look at that. Okay, well, that's enough there. I'm done with that. This has been fun. I didn't get a chance to crush them in a while. I've been kind of busy transferring from here to there, getting things. Felt neat good to come in and just crush them real quick and go back to work. Oh, I'm going to VR for a minute. I'm going to play some games for a bit. So yeah, I'm out of here. I got business to take care of. But it's just a reminder, next time you come into my channel, you run your mouth about how my products are supposed to be. We have our shipping policy. It's supposed to be this, that, and the other. Yeah, buddy, you don't even know how to correctly write a shipping policy. I don't spell the words out correctly. Your shipping policy is a joke. Your website's a joke. Your products are a joke. And on top of that, your specifications are a joke. And if anyone's thinking at the end of the day, hey, it's being too harsh, he's just slamming this guy, you go read through that freaking circus rubber freaking website and you tell me at the end of the day, would you slide a shopping cart, a credit card through that mess at the end of the day? It's a joke. He doesn't know what he's talking about. My goodness, I swear, I got a better chance, like I said, of basically figuring out the Da Vinci Code blindfolded in a burning house than reading through that freaking website. My goodness, man. You know what I did on Halloween? I read through your website. That's what I did on Halloween. That was this craziest thing ever. Dim the lights and everything, pour it on your website, like, oh, we're going to do something crazy today. So spook your mind out. Full of all kinds of freaking spelling errors. I just invited a whole bunch of people that are pretty much real sticklers at grammar. Like, I mean, my grammar's not all that great, but I mean, real stickler grammar. And I had them read through the site, like, oh my God, this is insane. Like, they literally wanted to go into your page and fix it so badly. Like, the guy was like, it's giving me, it's making all my freaking anxieties trigger off. It's making my skin crawl. I just want to go in there and just fix the deliver. That's the delivery drives me crazy. When I go in there and I say how he spells delivered incorrect, just spell it correctly. Do you know what that says about you when you have things like that? Even though you feel that you're not going to fix it because I said that you can't fix it, that's sad, Jamie. I literally made a statement one time. I said, this is how easy it is to manipulate this guy. I sat there and said 2 years ago, if you fix the word deliver on your site, it shows that I'm smarter than you. And he literally can't fix it now. He can't fix it because if he goes in and fix it, he just said that I'm smarter than him. But dude, that shows you how much of a child you are at the end of the day. Who cares what I say at the end of the day? It's about what you think. That's the problem. Who cares? That's why I couldn't care less when I was coming on camera wearing the same thing every day, covered in paint, this, that, and the other. I couldn't care less. I just came out there to do my job and get it done. Get my screens up, do my job, do my videos, whatever. Who cares what anybody else thinks? Get my job done. And you're so worried about what other people think. I'm going to call you paint boy fancy boys. Because, man, you guys get all freaking ruffled and get your feathers all upset. You know, because somebody says something about you. You got to get some thicker skin than that if you're going to survive out in this world. My goodness. I said one statement. All I said was if he changes it from he spells it correctly, that proves I'm smarter than him. Yeah, that's why he's been that way. Who cares if I think I'm smarter than you at the end of the day? Who freaking really cares? Fix it. So that way people don't think you're an idiot at the end of the day. Do you know what that makes you look like? You don't get the whole theory of the mind trick there, do you? I had the Jedi mind tricked on you, my friend. But you don't get the whole theory of that. I literally planted something in your head to tell you that because I knew about it. You always come full glass. You're very arrogant. So by me sitting there saying that, hey, look, how much can I control you from here? By just saying keyword by saying, if you change that, that means I'm smarter than you. Now, if you let that get to you and you left it there, that shows that everybody's smarter than you because every time they go into your page, they say, wow, this guy's an idiot. He can't even spell deliver correctly. And he spelled it on multiple pages. You did it on multiple shopping carts. You spelled the same word over and over again incorrectly. And I told you how to spell it correctly several times and how to fix it, but you can't change it because if you do, then you're going to go back to being taunted from the simple fact all I said was if you change it, I'm smarter than you. That shows that people can control you because you care what people think. You'll never make it in business that way. If you care what other people think, you have to do it. It's going to benefit the company, benefit your customers, and do it and get it right correctly. And the problem you have here is that you can't change that simple small word. And by you not changing that simple small word means I have power over you. And it also means at the end of the day that whoever walks into your site and sees those typos like that are going to make you look like you're an idiot. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. And it's been that way. That social experiment was going on for like a good 3 years, and it's still that way. Now, are you going to let that get in your head by saying that simply, if you change any of the spelling corrections in your site, that means I'm smarter than you? Well, let's see where that one goes. Well, till then, I don't have time to play this game anymore. It has been fun. I am going back to work as I usually do. Every once in a while, I do basically, I have to come in here and scold him for doing dumb stuff. Next time, don't go to my site and do dumb stuff, and I won't have to come in here and embarrass you, as I usually always do. That was fun. I haven't done that in a while. Well, I could embarrass you even worse. I can just buy your product and bring it down here and paint it half up in one of the showrooms and just blow your product out for everybody to see. Let everybody judge and look at your product and see which one's better, mine or yours. But nah, it's a waste of time. It really is. And there'd be no point because then I'll be the idiot at the end of the day because, first of all, why in the world would I entertain someone who writes a website that looks like that to begin with? But anyway, let's see how long it takes for him to change that over. Let's have a little fun with this. I'd say next month, maybe. To see if you went in to fix your website. But honestly, you really should need to fix that stuff because it doesn't make you look like an idiot at the end of the day. You really should fix that. All right, well, I'm out of here.